Welcome back to America Tonight. How you doing in all those nooks and crannies? Time for another edition of It's Your Business, and this is a good one. In our virtual green room, Nathan Halsey is with us. He's from Bellatorra, and it's fascinating because I counted last night the amount of creams and whatnot that I actually had, and seriously, guys, on my counter that my husband had and that we had stored in cabinets. And I thought, well, probably not that much, but I came up with 56. And it made me realize, and I know that you feel this too, especially with brutal winter hitting you and the amount of lotion you're putting on, is we're all searching for the perfect thing. And this is Nathan's business. It's the skin business. Hey, Nathan, welcome to the show.
Hi, Katie. How are you?
And you know what? Good, thank you. Skincare, too, is, I don't think it's just women. I think it's women and men, too, somewhat, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You're starting to see more and more of a trend of what starts with the men maybe using their wife or their girlfriend's products, and then now are actually searching out products for themselves. So it definitely is a trend, I would say, the last 3 to 5 years of men, a lot higher percentage of men starting to use skin products to prevent, looking older.
Yeah, and that's the deal. Is how do you develop the perfect cream? So when you set out to do this, and you sat down and decided, okay, this is the direction we're going, what was it that you were looking for to pull it all together to say, aha, we have the perfect combination here?
Yeah, so our background's a little different than some other skincare companies. I actually owned and ran an R&D lab in the supplements business prior to skincare. And in our supplements business, our whole differentiator was the delivery system of those supplements. And so our big thing was trying to bypass the digestive system, which in a lot of times, especially as we get older, null and voids the effects of the products. And so we were doing a lot of sublingual type tablets that would avoid going through the digestive system, and therefore would get a lot better results. And so I actually started with that concept and brought it to skincare and said, hey, in skincare, and my wife, I don't know if she has 54 products like you have in your bathroom, but my wife's always been a big user of skincare products and a believer in it. And so I would look at her products, and over and over and over you hear, well, we've got the best ingredients, or we've got the highest concentration of the ingredients. And so I took the concept to our lab and said, hey, what about applying our delivery system methodology to skincare and taking the best ingredients and taking the highest concentration of raw goods, those ingredients, but approaching it from a different angle of getting that ingredient to the right place within the 7 layers of the skin to get the most benefit. And so that concept started 3 years ago, and it took us about 2.5 years to really perfect it. And the end result was our Tora 48 delivery system, which is a nanotechnology that gets the active ingredients into a Bellasphere, which is a nano size sphere that delivers the active ingredients to all layers of the skin in a time-released system. In our case, it's a 48-hour time release. So that's a long answer to your question, but our approach was to the delivery system. So not just the best ingredients, but getting those ingredients to the right place in the right layer of the skin so that it can get the best benefits.
Yeah, and you're a businessman, so you pull this all together and you do that research and you make it happen, and now you're launching. It's like having a baby. This is your baby. What's been the reaction to this so far?
It's been phenomenal. So we're in the luxury skincare market. We presented to our top 2 luxury retailers in the U.S., and the press release won't be out till next week, but our first choice had their whole buying department use the product for 2 weeks, which is their policy, and called us back after 2 weeks and said, this is the best product we've had come across our desk in a long time, and gave us an offer to carry it. So that press release will be out next week, and we agreed we wouldn't say any names until it's out and it's official. But that was a token for us to say, hey, we did come up with something right. From the scent to the texture to the effects, they just said this is phenomenal. And this brand has never carried a new brand before that didn't already have traction somewhere in the market. But then using it and being buyers in this industry for a number of years, they just said, you've got a winner here. We'd like to be your retail partner for distribution of.
Wow. And it's all different kinds of skin, right? Because no skin is alike. I mean, people have different problems or different problem areas. So you offer also different products.
Correct. So within our moisturizers, for example, someone with oily skin is going to want a different moisturizer than someone with dry skin. And so we've got different textures of moisturizers, different strengths of moisturizers. On our cleanser, one's a gel, one's a foam. So you're absolutely right. People have their own preferences, and then people's skin types are different, and so they tend to prefer certain products over others.
It's interesting when I find, we live in an entrepreneurial world, as you obviously know and have been involved in. When you go to a party, now are you suddenly one of the most popular guys because you carry around samples of your stuff?
Yes. In fact, on my desk today, I've got 3 gift bags that I'm taking to a lunch that I'm going to give out. So yeah, that's funny. I got a little more popular with my wife's friends than maybe I was before.
Yeah, you gotta love that. Absolutely, you have to love that. Has it, in going through the process from the business end, the segment is it's your business. Has it been gratifying to watch it? Because I think people are impatient. They want something now rather than later. And you mentioned it's been a road in developing this. Yeah,
and I've been fortunate enough to have started a few companies in my career. And I always say it always takes longer than you think it's going to take. But in the case of Bellatorra, we pulled a very talented team together, and everyone on the team are just perfectionists. And when you've got a lot of perfectionists in a room, it's going to take longer than you think it's going to take to get it right. And so it was something I think when I set out, I said, we'll be launched and doing sales within a year, and you do your budgets and you plan for that, and it just took a lot longer than that. But I don't think we would have walked into these retailers and had them immediately agree to carry it had we launched any sooner and didn't adhere to the details and get it just perfect. So like a lot of things, sometimes taking your time and being patient and doing it right pays off in the end.
So now that you're at this point and you're launched and you're having this exciting news that's coming up, and you feel that you're, get the pat on the back and hey, we have the right thing. The thing in business is you set goals. What are your ultimate goals? I mean, what's the big brass ring for you with this company?
Sure. So my background's been in international sales. Our supplements company, and I've had another skincare brand. Majority of our sales were in the Asia markets, and so our business model and our goal is to be in 50 countries in 5 years, and we've laid that out. And it's kind of a hockey stick growth model where year one our focus will be our retail partner here growing in-store sales, making sure that everyone on our staff is absolutely trained perfectly. We're delivering the customer service to our customers that they would expect, and then we'll start looking outside of the U.S. and through prior relationships and them knowing about this project I was working on. We've had a number of interests from Southeast Asia to mainland China to Taiwan, and then some interest in Europe. So that's our goal: 50 countries in 5 years, and it will be 2 to 3 countries in 2015, and then we'll start ramping it up from there.
Yeah, it's interesting. One of the key things that you said there is customer service, because Nathan, I find that's where often that is the Achilles heel of so many companies. They do so much well. Along the way, they do it right, but then they don't have good customer service. So is that top on your list?
Yeah, absolutely. Especially our buyer. It's a luxury product. It's a very discriminating buyer, and they expect and deserve over-the-top customer service that comes with the product. And so we do a lot of things that are different, and I spend an hour of my day every day making just phone calls to customers that are using our product. And so we try and have a personal touch where they feel like this isn't just a faceless brand. You know, I know the girls in the office, you know, the president of the company has called me before. And so obviously as we grow, I can't talk to everyone, but I make it a point every day to make phone calls and ask them what they think of the product, you know, what other products are they using that they love. I get a lot of great feedback from them when I have these phone calls on, well, you know, I'd love to see you guys develop a product for this, or I'd love to see you guys develop a product for that. So yeah, in the segment we're in, you've got to have over-the-top customer service, and you've got to have creative ways that you're differentiating yourself in that area. Because again, these customers buy a lot of luxury products and expect great customer service, and we try and over-deliver from them.
All right, perfect way to end this. Congratulations on your success, Nathan Halsey. It's Your Business, Bellatorra.com. You can check it out. Thanks, Nathan.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.